Hey guys, Casey here back this week reviewing Rive's Woman Collection Part 1. We have Purl, Lady Diamond, Cuté, and Cash for Women. Here we have Cash, which is the Paco Rabanne Lady Million clone. Now let's try it out and see if it actually matches the original fragrance formula. Unlike the men's fragrance, this fragrance definitely opens up less alcoholically. Has opening of raspberry and lemon. I'm smelling very strong. It's like a raspberry lemonade I'm smelling in the introduction. Actually very tasty smelling. I smell the jasmine. There's some orange blossom in there. Amber. Patchouli. There's some hint of honey, very slight hint of honey as well. Now, from this fragrance, what I can tell is that it definitely has a lot of the original Lady Millions formula, which is interesting because compared to the original Cash for Men that we tried last week, it didn't have that much of the Lady Millions actual characteristics. But this one has very few lacking cues. Now, this fragrance is a spring-summer fragrance, and it is light on my skin from what I can smell. From what I tried from the Cash from last week, this will last you 4 to 6 hours. Approximately light to medium projection and sillage as well. Now, this is a good fragrance for a younger crowd, and it's perfect for any kind of scenario, basically. If you're going to work, if you're going outside for lunch, brunch, dinner, this is a very casual, light fragrance that smells pretty nice for the price, of course. Mind you, these are all under 20 fragrances. So you're just spending under 20 bucks on fragrances that are much more expensive than that. And this definitely hits the mark. Now we just tried Cash, the Rive's clone of Paco Rabanne's Lady Million. Now let's try Cuté, which is the Chloé by Chloé clone. Whew, very alcoholic opening, wow. Also has bergamot in it, so it does have that slight sharpness. There's some smell of amber and cedar wood. There's slight woodsy tones, but it does have the embodying of the rose that Chloé by Chloé is known for. The gardenia scents. The citrus tree, mostly the bergamot is definitely felt in the introduction in the top notes. Now, the opening does have a slightly alcoholic tone to it, but it does embody most of the Chloé by Chloé fragrance. I'd say about 80% of the formula is spot on, but the rest is a little, still needs to be worked on. Now, from what I could tell from this fragrance, it is another light fragrance, so this will be perfect for spring and summer seasons. Expect something like 4 to 6 hours of longevity for this fragrance, and give or take light to medium projection and sillage. From what I can smell, it does not seem to be an overbearing fragrance depending on how much you do spray. Something to keep in mind. Now, where could you possibly wear this fragrance? I'd say somewhere like brunch, mostly daily activities, because for a night fragrance it is a little muted. So if you like more bolder fragrances such as myself for the nighttime, then this is not the best choice because it, as I said, it does have that muted, docile kind of personality traits that it embodies. Now for our next fragrance, we're gonna move on to Purl. Now we're gonna try Purl, which is Rive's Mexx for Women clone. And something to mention, actually, I don't know if you can see it, but there is a Swarovski crystal in the middle, which is quite nice, and the bottle does feel a lot more complex and fancier than what we previously saw with the other bottles. Something to keep in mind if you're looking for a gift. This is definitely a little more sophisticated from Rive's collection for women. Now, I'm going to be expecting the same as the other fragrances that we tried, but it's possible that this may give a more prestigious or complex fragrance scent because it is in a more expensive bottle. So let's see if that does match my assumptions. There's definitely hints of bergamot and lemon I can smell from the opening. Lots of fruits, peach, lily, rose, some flowers. I smell some sandalwood, musk. Some sage in there as well. This fragrance definitely gives off a more sophisticated smell. So I would definitely set this to a more older crowd, so to speak, for to wear, because it does have a more complex and more aged smell to it, which is quite nice actually. I'm quite a fan of the smell that it gives off, and it is categorized as a spring summer fragrance that we will categorize this as it is still light to the point where it's not, you know, dense and musky and woody and heavy, where most like gourmands or woodsy florals would be set as. This is great for the setting, I'd say. Probably like a work environment would be quite nice if you're a mid-30s, you know, middle manager or senior level employee, so to speak. What else could I see this as? I'd say like a nice brunch would be nice. Like if you're with the girlfriends, you know, trying to get a nice brunch, have mimosas, bellinis, you know, the same smells are going to be coming through. You know, you have the citrus from the orange, the peach from the bellini. That kind of smell is going to complement your fragrance and is going to make you stand out more. So this fragrance is definitely for daytime activities or work, but I still personally would not place it as a nighttime activity fragrance because it does lack that slight sharpness that some fragrances have that definitely puts you on top, makes you smell a little bolder than most will. But as I said, it's up to you. That's a personal opinion of mine. So if you do like lighter fragrances that for nighttime, bars, nightclub, whatever, this works just as fine. Longevity, expect something in the more higher end, something like 5 to 6 hours of juice peak power. In terms of projection and sillage though, I would place it probably at light to medium projection, just as the other fragrances have placed, because it is a lighter fragrance. Depending on the temperatures, if it's hot, then the fragrance may, you know, project more, but if it's not, then just light to medium is what you should be expecting. Now for our next fragrance, it's gonna be Lady Diamond. Now we have Lady Diamond, which is also, it seems, part of Rive's fancier bottling and fragrances. As you can tell, there is a Swarovski crystal in the middle as well, just like Purl. And Lady Diamond is the Paco Rabanne Lady Million clone, but it seems from what I've smelled so far, without spraying it that is, that it does have a more peachy mandarin smell to it. It is less floral and more fruity if you will. Then the Cash, which is also a Lady Million clone. So we'll try it out, see what it smells like, and go from there. Yeah, let me smell them. There you go. The other one, Cash, opened up with more of a raspberry and lemon. I'm smelling more of a peach mandarin in this one. There's also some slight bergamot and not as strong as the other fragrances with bergamot that we smelled today. Wow, this one is very nice. I definitely recommend this to someone like my mom or aunt or even maybe my girlfriend to wear. This is, I'd definitely say Lady Diamond is one of those fragrances that puts you aside, you know? It's a very fruity, very, I'd say there's musk in there too there's musk in there. There's patchouli like the Cash as well. So there's some similarities from these two clones, but this one is a lot less floral and a lot more fruity in terms of the opening top notes that you can smell. Also, the bottle is much nicer in terms of if you're looking to give a gift to someone or if you're just trying to impress someone on any kind of occasion. Plus, this has a slight sharper tone to it, which is, as previously mentioned, you know, I like sharper tones, bolder, you know, aspects into the fragrance. So this definitely plays that daytime and nighttime usage where you can wear this for brunch, breakfast, dinner, work, you know, office, or if you want to go out to a date, nightclub, bar. This is awesome. Great fragrance. Smells nice, projects perfectly. I can smell it already just exuding all over me right now. Sillage, perfect. You're probably gonna get the Mexx from the Rive range that we've met so far. So probably something like light to more medium, leaning on medium side. In terms of longevity, definitely on the more, you know, longer side. Peak is gonna be at 5 to 6 hours, and after that just starts to dissipate. Other than that, perfect spring summer fragrance. Lady Diamond, probably I'd rank it as number 1. Probably Purl as my second one because the bottle design is quite well designed and made, and it does have that nice Swarovski crystal in the middle as well. Second, I'd probably put Cuté, which is the Chloé by Chloé clone. And last but not least, the Cash, which is also a Lady Million, Paco Rabanne Lady Million clone, but is on the more citrus and floral side. Now, that's all that we have for part 1 of La Rive's Woman Collection. If you want to try any of these fragrances, make sure to check the direct links in the description and to subscribe and follow us on Instagram and Facebook for our weekly fragrance sale announced every Wednesday. We'll see you next time.